Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're having a great evening. Let's take a look at pre-orders. Rising, I'm not sure if you're in here or not, but I did get your pre-order, so no one can skip you. Let's get started on free reads. It's been a minute since I've done some free reading, so hopefully you guys are excited for today. We are doing our giveaway again. So every time we've done this, we've had a winner. All we need is to get to 25 likes, and as soon as we do, we pick a person to do free tarot readings for at random. I do a wheel spin, so it's a generator that selects who the winner is. And as long as you're present, when we hit 25 likes, you will have a chance to win a free tarot reading for me. Yes, Rising, I got it. Hello, everyone. Dr. Fiza, I have your question. Fabi, doing well. Thank you for asking. Hey, Daisha. Hey, Dodger. Dodger, I have your question. Margaret, I have your question. Dr. Fiza, I already saw what you posted. You don't have to post again. Fabi, I have your question. Hey, Vivian. Well, happy birthday, Vivian. Hey, Sienna, welcome in. Anna, I have your question. Vivian, I have your question. Oh, didn't mean to put that on the screen. Rising, I have your question. Sienna, I have your question. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here before we get too far behind. Are you guys able to hear me okay? Hopefully so. I adjusted my microphone settings, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right, Dr. Fiza. Dr. Fiza, I am getting a yes for you. Dodger. Dodger, I'm getting a yes for you. Margaret. Margaret, it's unclear. I'm leaning towards a yes, very, very small yes. But this just might mean that this determination or this answer is not set in stone. I think we could try again later and see if maybe we're making better progress. Fabi, I'm getting a no on that one. Anna, I'm getting a yes. Vivian, I'm getting a yes. Rising, I'm getting a no. Sienna, I'm getting a yes. You're welcome, Margaret. Hey, Infinity, welcome in. It's Sunshine. The free wheel, which is the free tarot reading giveaway, that only is achieved once we hit 25 likes for the live stream. And then when we do, you have to be present to win. So you'll want to stick around. Infinity, I have your question. You're welcome, Dr. Fiza. Daisha, I have your question. Sunshine, I have your question. Emmy, I have yours as well. You're welcome, Dodger. You're welcome, Margaret. Amy, I have your question. Gina, I have your question. Oh, Amy, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. You're welcome, Anna. Amy, you're good. No worries. Rising says good. I'm happy with that answer. You're welcome, Sienna. Hey, Ari. Firefly, I have your question. This is for Infinity. Infinity, I'm getting a no for that one. This is for Daisha. Daisha, I'm getting a yes. There's something going on there. Sunshine, I'm getting a yes. Emmy, no, not at this time. Amy, I'm getting a yes. Gina, maybe slow moving. I'm getting a yes, but it's like a little yes. Not a lot of momentum there, but it's a yes. Firefly, I'm also getting a yes for you. You're welcome, Infinity. You're welcome, Daisha. You're welcome, Emmy. You're welcome, Amy. Amy, yes, I should be here tomorrow too. Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, you guys should be able to see me at least once a day. You're welcome, Firefly. James, I'm getting a wide swing with the pendulum, so that's a no for me. It seems like a pretty solid no. Zoe, I'm getting a no right now. Ari, I'm getting a no, but there is some connection to Arizona for him, so I don't know, or for them, so I don't know if they have family in Arizona or if like there's a future timeline where they're going to live there, or maybe they've always had a desire to spend more time there. There is a connection, but I don't think they're from Arizona. Maybe he lives there, or yeah, he could have family. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't have to grow up in Arizona to live there, you know? So it could be something like that, but there is a connection. All right, guys, we have about 30 more seconds before the free list closes, and then we're moving on to donations. You're welcome, Ari. All right, guys, we have 9 likes on the live stream. If you want a chance to win a free reading today during today's live stream, all we have to do is hit 25 likes. Every time I've offered this, we've achieved that goal, so it is accessible. I just require that as soon as we hit 25 likes, whoever is in the chat, let me know that they want to participate, and then we spin the wheel and see who wins. If there's only one person in here at that time, that person automatically by default wins a free tarot reading. If you cannot hang out, you can always just keep periodically checking back. It's a little more risky to do that, but I know that everyone has a life to live. So you can't always stick around in the live stream to see if there's going to be a winner, but you can always try that. Otherwise, my recommendation is to hang around, invite your friends, make sure you're liking the video when you come in, encouraging other people to like the live stream so you guys can have that chance to win a free reading. Ari, you're very welcome. All right, we're moving on to donated readings. Nyla, since you got in just at the nick of time, I'll go ahead and do yours. But the free list is closed now for everyone. All right, donations is rising. And let's see. And rising was a pre-order, so no skips for pre-orders. This is for Nyla. If you're just joining us, make sure you like the live stream. I was just saying that I'm doing a free reading giveaway if we hit 25 likes. You're welcome, Rising. Nyla, I'm getting a no. I don't know if there's anything in the works along your current trajectory for the near future for romance. So maybe some changes need to be made first, and then we can check back again. I always tell people that readings are great report cards. They let you know where you're at this time. If you like what you hear, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't, make some changes. Thanks, Nyla. Okay. This is for Rising Storm. You're welcome, Nyla. Nothing's set in stone, so just always remember that. Rising, she's not still there, is she? And let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm hoping you can hear me better than you have been able to these last couple of days. Okay. You said she is still, oh, she left. Okay, thank you. Because I have the word fleeting, so I was like, I don't think she's still there. So she's got something going on in her personal life, Rising, and I think she's using, it says morning, so I'm wondering if that's like morning time that she stopped by, like earlier in the day. But I also feel like there was some type of feeling like she needed some type of support. And it seems like she was going to him for this. Because I have the word like nurturing, low-spirited, regret. Like, I think almost the whole day. Yeah, I think that she was looking for some type of support from him. What was going on here? Why was she here? What was going on here? Why was she here? I feel like it was like moral support that she needed and she thought that she could get from him. What happened after she arrived? There was some type of conversation. I'm also hearing research, so I don't know if he was helping her like try to look up information on something. But they were doing some type of like research or planning or something. Here with the Page of Swords, it's like talks about communication and learning about something, so maybe he was trying to help her think of a solution to a problem potentially. What happened after she arrived? What were they doing? What happened after she arrived? Why was she over his place? Okay, so I'm gonna just be really honest, Rising. I think there was something about a pregnancy scare. Now, she could be hooking up with someone else and she could have just been going to him for moral support. or this could be like her Hail Mary to try to like trap him again. You said, I don't understand why he would help her. She has other guys that he's getting sex from. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like it was some type of, I don't know, I'll be honest, I feel like it was a pregnancy scare. I have the Queen of Pentacles, which talks about motherhood, fertility. We have Ace of Pentacles, which talks about like, it can be, a lot of times I see it as like a seed, like someone getting someone pregnant or potentially a pregnancy scare. She could have been going to him to like talk to him about it. Not that they've necessarily been the ones hooking up, but if they have within like the last 3 months or something, she might be using this to her advantage. But I feel like there was a problem, some type of panic or worry, like who's the father vibe. I have the King of Pentacles here. We have sneakiness, Seven of Swords, deceit, lies, trickery, underhanded or dishonest behavior. I don't understand why he would help her. Unless he thinks that potentially it could be his. But that's the tea right there, is that she's gone over with a dilemma and she's looking for his help solving this problem. Now, whether or not, like, they could have, like, it's probably been, it could have been 5 months since they've hooked up. So he's like, oh, I'm in the clear. But she's looking for some way to gain his sympathies. You know that a lot of the times when she does things, it's very premeditated. It's malicious, that kind of thing. And so she typically, I feel, grasps at any straws that she can to stay in this person's life. So maybe she was looking for some type of moral support and friendship from him to help gain his sympathies, so that way she can work her way back into his life. But there's some type of like pregnancy scare. That's the word that I keep hearing. It doesn't necessarily mean it's his, and I don't want you to panic over that. But she's trying to get his attention. So it feels like to me she's creating a problem so that way he can be the solution to this. So I don't know. Maybe he's thinking to himself, oh, thank God it's, not my problem, but I'm willing to help her out because she clearly needs someone to talk to. So let me see. I'm going to just pull a couple cards just to see like his perspective really quickly. What is his perspective on this? What is his perspective on this? I feel like he's thinking easier times ahead for himself. Maybe he's thinking this is someone else's problem now. I'll be here for her and kind of help her think her way through this. But something tells me that he feels some type of relief. Like he's saying this isn't my problem. And maybe she can put her focus on someone else. Like there's the World here, which talks about success and accomplishment. We also have the Nine of Wands talking about the last stand or almost to the end of your problems. And then Six of Swords talks about easier times ahead. So I feel like maybe he's just coming at an angle as like, I'll help talk you through this. We can figure this out together. But he's like mentally disassociating himself from her So something tells me that if there is some type of pregnancy scare or problem like that, he's saying this is not my problem. I'm separate from this. I'm going to support her because I just am a good person, but this isn't my problem. So maybe he feels some type of relief because he's like, great, I'm not the only one now. Maybe she can focus her attention on someone else. That's kind of like, that's what it feels like to me. I think she's eventually going to move on from him, Rising. I don't typically get that feeling very often, or ever. But I feel like so long as he keeps standing his ground and she feels that resistance from him, we have 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. I think she'll move on from him. She'll find someone else. That's the thing about leeches, when there's no more to give, the body has nothing left to give. The host is depleted, then they're going to move on to someone else or something else. But yeah, the bottom line there, it feels like he was helping her through some type of problem that she came to him with. And I guess he was just like, well, I mean, sure, if I'm the only one here to help you, I guess we can figure this out. All right, let's take a look. You said, I think she's doing it on purpose to get back into his life. For all we know, she's lying too. Like, that's the other thing to take into consideration. All right, second question. You're welcome, Rising. All right. So I have the Ace of Wands here as well as the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands also kind of brings this theme together where it talks about good news. Both the Page of Wands and Ace of Wands talk about good things or good news. Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles as we know are very like earthbound. They're very tangible, physical things in the Pentacles realm. And then the Ace of Wands actually talks about physically starting something new, taking initiative, or some type of spark that's going to occur between the two of you. So this could be him just kind of getting his, they're saying gravitas, and I don't even think that is the word I'm looking for, but basically gaining his courage, I suppose. So what I like to see with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is it's making me feel like something big is coming, or something new, physically starting something new is going to happen between the two of you. Sorry, I was looking up what the definition of gravitas is because, like, I don't know why that word came through. It says seriousness and importance, causing feelings of respect and trust in others. So maybe he's wanting to act in dignity and make it so that you feel like you can trust him. Maybe he's thinking about coming through for you in a real way. It's weird. He keeps asking me, who am I? So you're getting phone calls. Are you hearing someone on the other line? Or are you getting text messages? What's going on there? That's so crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's more like building up the courage. So he strikes me as someone who is used to people coming after him, rising. So that's a message for you, is that he's used to being the type of person that women kind of throw themselves at him. And so I don't think he's really used to being the one that pursues. So I think it's almost like, unfortunately, a level of immaturity that comes along with it, because he's used to the person like throwing themselves at him. So he's never really usually in the position to have to pursue someone, make his intentions clear, communicate. And so because he doesn't have a lot of experience, it's coming through as immaturity, like inexperience, because it's like he doesn't know what to do because he's not really ever put in this position. You're like, okay, but you called me. What the hell? All right, let's see. What is next for their connection? What's next for their connection? What's next for their connection? So it's just a matter of breaking through that barrier, rising. I have like 4 major arcana cards back to back. I feel like it's just a matter of breaking through that barrier, and then once it happens, then it's like overflowing of communication. So it's just a matter of kind of breaking the ice there. They're kind of showing me like a dam, like once the dam is lifted, then water can start flowing. Because I have the Ten of Wands, and it's kind of communicating to me that 2 things. 1, that things are coming to an end. 2, that the frustrations that you experience with this person are almost over. And then I suppose a last message here indicates that the interactions between you guys, once that ice is broken, could be overwhelming, because it's like now we're free and clear to communicate. It might get to a point where you're talking like all the time, like 24/7. But I'm kind of getting like the need to just break through that barrier, and then things can be in flow. I did see the word smile, so I feel like it's a lot of like fun communication. Maybe at some point you guys will be able to crack jokes about the fact that he was so like intimidated or shy to actually communicate with you directly, and that can just be a funny story that you look back on and laugh about. But it's like all you guys need is that like breakthrough. But again, it's up to him. He has to be the one to do this. You've put yourself out there too many times, so it's something he's gonna have to get the cojones to do. He's gotta get the balls to come forward. I feel like it's coming sooner too. It feels different. Before, he didn't say anything. Now his responding quickly. Not what I want to hear, but it's something. Yeah. I mean, like, I almost want you to call him out on it and be like, you don't have to play these games. Like, just talk to me. But, like I said, he's probably not used to having to be the one to pursue. So he's going to have to step into his masculine energy and make a move with you. But yeah, I'm with you. I feel like it's just around the corner here. Hey T, thanks for stopping in. And thank you for liking the live stream. Feel free to stick around. If we hit 25 likes, we're doing a free tarot reading giveaway to people. Whoever's in here will get a chance to win if we hit 25 likes. But as far as my free list goes, that has closed. That closed about 20 minutes ago. Thanks, Rising. All right, guys, I'm going to leave the donations open for maybe another minute or two. You're welcome, Rising. I thought I would come on earlier tonight just because last night was so late. But I think what I might end up doing, depending on how the rest of my night goes, is coming back on maybe later on tonight. Oh, Rising, did you just... you sent another... I see. But yeah, after Rising, I'll leave the donations open for a little bit. But after Rising, if that's where it ends, then I'm going to see about maybe trying to come back on again later tonight before the night is over. Hey, James. All right, so added to my reading. Let's take a look. All right. Oh, okay, James, that sounds great. Can you guys hear me better tonight than what it's been sounding like lately? I'm hoping so. I adjusted my mic settings. I think something must have happened between StreamYard and YouTube in the way that they communicate with each other that I've noticed I've had to adjust a lot of my settings to make up for whatever changes were made behind the scenes with the streaming software. Okay, perfect. So, Rising, I have the 10 of Cups here, 10 of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords and the Magician also came out. I saw that. And what my first thoughts was that's very clever, that's very funny, and he personally enjoyed it. I feel like because the 5 of Swords was here with the Magician, he did feel like some type of restriction and not being able to engage with your funniness or your wittiness maybe as much as he would have liked, but he personally really enjoyed I guess like that little banter or that kind of interaction. I think that it made him laugh. I think that it's something he's thought of maybe more than once today, getting kind of like reminiscing a bit about that interaction. But again, there was some type of kid with his face mocking. I sent him a rolling eyes emoji yesterday because I was getting frustrated, and today I asked if he was okay, and he said, "Who are you?" And I said, "Never mind." He put the rolling eyes emoji, so I put a funny. Yeah. So I think it's more like he's saying I feel restricted by this interaction because I'm playing dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm playing dumb. And but he still thinks it's funny on his end. And I think he's going to get to the point where he's just going to have to laugh at himself about this, because he can only let this go on for so long. I actually just got a message that he might actually change his phone number when he communicates with you, because I think he's a little bit embarrassed about, like, yeah, I think he's a little embarrassed a bit about maybe the fact that he hasn't just, like, what is the word, just come out right with it, or been forthcoming. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but there's this, like, aspect of maybe feeling like he needs to find a different number to communicate with you from, because he might just want to play this off as, like, dumb. Straightforward. Thank you. I'm like, it's for something. What is the word? Straightforward. Yes. Being more straightforward with you is something that he may be a little bit embarrassed about that he hasn't been lately. But keep in mind, Rising, that energy also, it's not, I mean, as a woman, you're established, you've got your own place, you got your own responsibilities. Enough of the games, in my personal opinion. I'm like, enough of the games. Just come out right with it. Like, if you want to pretend like you're not doing these things, and that's fine, but at least, like, get it together and, like, grow some balls and communicate with me. So I think that he just has to, like, get over this immaturity, and just have a conversation with you, because, like, that's difficult, right? That's difficult from your side. Hey, iRise. Yeah, absolutely. You can be added. I have one person ahead of you at this time, iRise. So as long as we don't get any other donations, you should just have one person ahead of you. But generally, Rising, I'm definitely getting he laughed to himself, thought about this a couple of times. I think that also, too, if you can kind of call him out on it, and it just kind of, like, lightens things a little bit, doesn't feel as much pressure, then I think he can give up the gimmick and communicate with you. But that's just me. That's just what I think. But do you have a follow-up question to that before I move on? I think there is some regret here with him. He feels like he's disappointed in himself a little bit with the way that he handles things with you sometimes. I think he wishes that he could have a clean slate and start over. Let's see. Today, you want to know if he will respond today? You're welcome. Yeah, Rising, I am getting a yes. You said you don't think he will. Worth a ask. I think that he will. I think that you will get some kind of response from him. I don't know if I feel very strong about it happening today. But even with the pendulum, I'm getting a yes. I think this number is going to keep he's going to keep communicating with you through this number. But he might continue to play dumb, though. That's the only thing, is we want to kind of get him out of that element of communicating with you, acting like he doesn't know who you are. Because, like, he's the one reaching out. You know what I mean? Any suggestions? I think Rising, kind of just going back to what I said about calling him out on it. Being like, like, you don't have to communicate with me this way. What did I say earlier? It was like, I don't know. I can't remember how I said it, but basically just calling him out on it and being direct with him, being like, hey, like, this has been fun and games and all of that for, however long, and I've entertained it, but, you're more than welcome to actually communicate with me, like, as yourself if you want to. We don't have to play these games anymore, kind of vibe. because I feel like he almost needs to be put on the spot to like let his guard down, because I think at this point he feels a little embarrassed. So if you guys just put everything on the table, I think it might be easier for him to just be like, all right, you're right, I'm just messing with you kind of thing. But something tells me that if you don't put him on the spot or you don't call him out, or maybe he's just too embarrassed to own up to it, he will get a new number. He will communicate with you, but giving you a new number. But I would say put him on the spot. That's just me, my personal opinion. Because I need a guy who's gonna own up to things and like be straightforward, like you said earlier. I don't want to play games anymore. Like, it's kind of funny at first, but then it's kind of like, You want someone with dignity that's gonna talk to you directly. No games. And that's the other thing too, is that you don't want to play games, so you don't want to entertain that either and make him think that that's fine for him to be that way too. You're welcome. So James, are we doing another? Okay, yeah, I was going to ask if we're doing another love option. You're welcome, Rising. Definitely let me know how it goes. I'm just on pins and needles waiting for you guys to actually be able to communicate with each other. We are shuffling for James now. It looks like 11 more likes and we're doing a free giveaway. We vibes, yes. You did miss the pendulum. That ended about 35 minutes ago. But I am still doing a free giveaway. So there's a chance to win a free tarot reading with me if I hit 25 likes during this live stream. So if you want to participate, go ahead and like the live, and once we hit 25 likes, whoever is still in here will have a chance to win. Have a good night, Rising. Thank you so much. Love option 2 for James. James, I'm kind of getting the message you've been checking in on her, checking up on her, or maybe you're like, I don't know, like there's something that's feels good to her that you're like checking in maybe, or I don't know if you've had thoughts to like bring her something so that she's cared for, but to me, I'm getting like a lot of from her feeling it feels nice to be looked after, even if it's just from afar, from a distance. I feel like she feels cared for and comforted. You have a lot of great cards here, James. We have the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Emperor. So I feel like you might be showing up for her in a more nurturing way, potentially. That maybe she likes this feeling. I don't know. Am I resonating at all? Okay, so you brought her a little care package Tuesday night since she got COVID. Yeah. And I've been checking in with her, seeing if she's okay. Yeah, I think she likes this a lot, James. I think she really likes this side of you. Um, because what it is it's showing unconditional, selfless care for her, where you're not expecting anything in return. You're just wanting to look after her and make sure she's taken care of. And that feels really, really nice to her. I'm definitely picking up a lot of like heart feelings, like heart connection to you, because it's making her feel really special. So I think that that's really great. The Lovers here is talking about how because it's her connection towards you. So I think she's feeling maybe a stronger bond with you over these last couple of days. We need to know that the person that we're choosing to be in a relationship with is someone that will care for us. And because there's that thing with wedding vows and sickness and health, right? It's like someone can stand by you when times are good and it's all fine and dandy. But when you're down and out and you need help, or you need to be cared for, is that person going to show up for you? And so I feel like there's just this stronger connection she's feeling towards you right now, because she's thinking to herself, he's not asking for anything in return. He's just here for me. He's just making sure that I have what I need. And there's something that just feels so good when you know someone's doing something for you selflessly. They're not without expectation. So I think that to her, that's very important. And I think she's just in those feels with that. Granted, obviously she's not feeling very well, so I'm not saying she's like has a lot of energy about it, but I think it's making her feel very warm inside. Let's see. If you're wanting to know if this is positively affecting her, it definitely is. Especially with the Lovers. This is probably making her feel very vulnerable right now, and to know that she can have your support in that way probably is making her have stronger feelings for you, not just for the connection, but for you yourself. Okay, and that's actually making a lot of sense too, because I have the Six of Pentacles here, which talks about her saying that James has been, or she's thinking to herself, Jim, whatever she called you, has been super generous these last couple of days, offering assistance and support to me, and making sure that I have what I need. And I feel very valued by him because he's doing these things for me. Especially because she said that being in this position where she can't do a lot for herself, even if she's on the milder side of COVID, I still think that there's a level of vulnerability where you're like, you have to accept help. Five of Swords. And so I feel like she's feeling she has to just surrender to other people, maybe helping her get things done, or making her food, or grabbing her medicine from the store or whatever. Accepting help can sometimes make you feel very vulnerable, and I think that's a lot of what she's thinking and feeling at this time. Now, granted, you get these readings quite often, so of course I'm tapping into the energy of like the recent stuff that's been going on. But as far as intentions with you, I have the Two of Cups. So she feels like you are, well, we have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, James. So she's like, oh, this might be my person. This might be my person that we'd be really compatible, or we'd be a good match. She's looking at you, maybe not differently per se, but maybe just in like a better light. She's looking at you, or she's seeing you more clearly. And I think that there's a tenderness from you, James, that she's needing to see. And this is assisting in that. I think actually she's also missing you right now. I think that she probably wishes that you could spend more time together than you are able to at this time. I feel like she just wants to cuddle. Like, I don't know how else to word this, but she just like wants to feel that comfort But maybe you can't be around her, because like you don't want to get sick or whatever. But I just feel like she just feels the warm and fuzzies about you at this time. So keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep checking in on her. It makes her feel really good. And with the Emperor here, is the overall energy is that she's, because of this recent thing that has gone on between you guys, she's looking at you as more like a stable, secure person or anchor, or I don't know, there's just something about you that feels very solid to her right now, and it's just very much appealing to her. Did you have any questions about that? This clearly means a lot to her that you've done these things. I think it's important for her to witness this side of you as well. There's nothing more attractive than someone doing something for you for the sake of just caring about your well-being. No strings attached, just someone caring for you, period. I just find that to be one of the most intimate, special, attractive things, and maybe she's like feeling that way. I got an opportunity to work in a new spot in Nesconset. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I'm thinking of quitting my job in East. You're giving me a lot of words I don't know how to say. To work there. Is it the right move? Let me see. James, you would be doing the same thing that you're doing now, just in a different place. Thanks, James. I'm hearing something about client transference, like there's some type of theme regarding clients that you have now and the clients that you'll have there. Like, I don't know if this is something that you'll be able to take with you, or if these people will follow you to this new place. Hold on, let me pull some cards.
Wisconsin and East Setauket. It's Nesconsin and East Setauket.
Yeah, now that you've said how to pronounce it, I still wouldn't be able to mimic it right. Okay. Alright. If James quits the job... If James quits the job at the place he's currently at and moves into this new opportunity, would this be the right move? I was gonna say, not only that, but you've got that Long Island accent, which I don't have. So I would be trying to pronounce it the way that you speak in your dialect, and that wouldn't sound right either. Nesconset and Setauket. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Would this be the right move? Would this be the right move? Would this be the right move? Wow, the tower at the bottom of the deck. So here's the thing. I think, James, there's this vibe of like you always knew, or maybe you always had a feeling that you wouldn't stay where you're at now. But maybe this opportunity came in before you were ready or before you were prepared for. This kind of thing sounds like it might have just fallen into your lap. I'm not sure if it's something you were necessarily seeking out. Thank you. Thank you. And maybe because you've always kind of known or felt like you would probably grow out of this place that you're currently at, that this seems like a good opportunity, and I feel like you don't really want to miss out. You don't want to like decline this and regret it later. So this is difficult. Is there like a transitional period? Is there something agreement that you could work out where you do like part-time in each place and slowly transition over? To kind of make sure that it's for you or that it's a good fit, because I kind of feel like we would be jumping the gun just a little bit by leaving where you're at now and going to this new place. But I feel like a lot of times when these things happen, it feels like a divine intervention or a blessing. You're working in 4 different offices. Holy crap. I just keep hearing like a slow transition, or I feel like basically Spirit doesn't want you to jump into this next thing like so fast. But does it seem like the opportunities you either have to stay or go? I see you here with the 2 of Pentacles balanced. Transference. I keep hearing that word for some reason. Oh, you'd be quitting one of the 4. Is it still with the same company? Is this all under the same company umbrella? Yes, James, exactly. Yes. Okay. Got you. When you said it's not like I'm going to go all in here, but my hope is that it will be full-time eventually, this is the message that I wanted to make sure that I conveyed to you. I wanted to make sure you understood that this isn't something you want to jump in with both feet on. Stay anchored in the other areas that you are familiar with while you transition to this. I do feel like you have the green light, but I feel like the main message here is don't just jump into this one thing all in if you can avoid that. The recommendation is it's okay to do a slow transition over. So if you can stay anchored in 3 of the 4 places that you're familiar with, and you end up just this one location, you end up just moving from Nesconset to Setauket, then I think that that would be fine. I just wanted to be clear that Spirit is like, tell him not to just jump in. Or sorry, yeah, the other way around. Leave Setauket, go to Wisconsin. Yes, I feel like that's a green light opportunity for you, and I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. But I feel like it's important that this is a slower transition. So if you can work that out, I'm getting thumbs up over here. I feel like the message was just like, this will let you level up. I also have the High Priestess here, so maybe you're gonna have better interactions, maybe like better opportunity at this newer place. Maybe you'll be busier at this newer place. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like here with the Four of Wands is that it is a good fit. You would be leveling up, but unfortunately, they're like, please tell him, don't just like quit everything and then go to this place. This is not a good move. Transference, transition. I'm just seeing taking yourself from where you are now to where you're going very slowly. You work 6 days a week. Mondays in Wading River in the morning, Setauket in the evening, Tuesday Wading River, Wednesday Setauket, Thursday Wading River, Friday. Holy crap, James. So you would free up your Monday evening, Monday evening and Wednesday. Is Wisconsin closer to where you live? So how does this work, James? Are you like because I'm getting, if it is closer, that's another reason to do it, but I don't know. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, are you a independent contractor with these places? Like, do you your own pay and stuff, or do you get like a percentage? I'm just curious about the ins and outs. But as far as your reading goes, you have the thumbs up, you have the green light to choose this new spot and leave the other one. That's okay. But they just wanted to make sure that you're slowly transitioning yourself over, not doing some big, like, drastic change where you overhaul your entire schedule and your entire location. Damn. James, that's so much. Like, I wish maybe Wisconsin maybe will be an opportunity for you to be able to consolidate, because I'm hearing consolidate your schedule. Maybe eventually you'll be able to oh, I see. Sorry, James. I'm all over the place right now. I just realized that you said you wanted to be there full time. Because, yeah, so there is that message here of consolidating your schedule. So the opportunity to make it so that you're not all over the place, all like 24/7. You have like one home base eventually. So this might be the opportunity you're looking for you to be able to work yourself to this one place, and that be the only place you go to. Because it seems like that might be more important to you right now. But don't go all in immediately. Yes, we're on the same page. Oh, self-defense. That's cool. Massage, therapy, Reiki, psychic. Yeah, that's the thing, James. It seems like it's important for you. I'm hearing consolidating your schedule. So I think it's important for you to not be all over the place all the time. Like, you need a hub. You need like one place that you're going. And I think that this could be the opportunity for you, because they are showing me Four of Wands. They are saying level up. This is a good thing for your career. And then maybe slowly but surely you can start leaving these other places one by one. That just seems like so much. Ugh. So yeah, we're on the same page. You've got a good game plan. I feel like this is good for you. This is a good opportunity for you. Good choice. Because you'll be able to just start slowly transitioning over, and maybe the more busy you get at this new place, then you'll be able to start like letting go of those other things, and maybe hopefully get you to a point where you're just like in one place 20 like all the times that you're working, and not having to travel all over the place and have your schedule all over the place. It seems, James, like the north, and you can post your next question whenever you're ready. It seems like up north you guys have a lot of opportunity for things like this. I don't know of a single place near where I live where they have something like that altogether. I do know they have one in South Carolina near the Outer Banks, but as far as like in Virginia, I think I'd really have to look to find something like that all localized in one area or one company or one building. All right, second question I want to ask is a timeline of when Patty and I decide to commit to being boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay. It's good to know maybe we should move down there and open up something. Yeah, do it. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, we have like our metaphysical stores. We have like a place to go to do yoga. We have I'm sure we have like Reiki centers and things like that, but it's like an all-in-one stop shop. I don't think that's anything that I can think of off the top of my head that we have here. All right, so let's do a timeline. I think let's do... Okay, I think I know how I want to do this. Where are we right now? We're in May. All right. It's pouring down rain here where I'm at. Okay, so we're still looking around summertime. I think that you guys are very close to actual commitment, meaning that the energy feels really good. I think honestly, the only thing holding you guys back comes down to her. I asked when this will happen, and I got the Ace of Swords. So typically aces can talk about something happening unexpectedly or like immediately, something that happens kind of right away. I cut the deck and I have the Two of Cups. So specifically, I have June 21st to July 1st as far as timing goes. So I still am getting like summertime vibes here. I think June, July shows a lot of investment and kind of like big changes and opportunities, seizing the moment kind of vibe there. This month just feels like a lot of decent energy. I have the Queen of Swords, so things feel very vibrant. I think you're going to continue to feel confident in your relationship with her this month, and then maybe next month into July is where you start to feel like anticipation or like urges to like ask her to be with you in a relationship. I remember telling you before that when she starts making plans with you in mind and she says like, what are you doing on this day, because I really want to do something with you, especially if it's like, what are you doing next month, or what are you doing in November, something along those lines, to give you the green light to let you know that she's kind of in that place now, because she's associating you with her future plans and considering you in those future plans. August feels like a lot of like an adjustment period, I suppose you could say, because if commitment happens in June, July, like I think August is just you guys like adjusting to a new normal of being in a relationship with one another. I think also August can be a time where you start to explore what that means for you guys, what things are going to be looking like, how things are going to change for you, maybe even doing some collaborating in August as well. I'm seeing more collaboration in September. Three of Pentacles, celebration, public recognition. So I think maybe you guys get together over the summer and then you guys have like almost like a coming out. I don't know if you guys have like a coming out party. And by that I mean like you guys are basically like now telling everyone that you're together in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, or people start associating you guys together. Because when you get into a relationship, sometimes it takes a month or two before people start looking at you guys as an item. So that kind of vibe is there. October, November, December looks pretty good. I think you guys spend a lot of time together, not as much around other people. You're trying to basically maybe just spend more quality time or time alone. But I still feel like that timeline of June, July is there. Like I said, I just think that it's a matter of her being able to wrap her mind around like being ready to be in a relationship. And I also don't want you to take that negatively either, because I don't particularly think her being in a relationship has anything to do with you, with it being you or with it not being you. I think it's a her thing as far as relationships go. I think that there's an issue there with her trusting herself, but I don't think that anything's happened that's sped it up or has pushed it back. I think that you guys could achieve this over the summer. Did you have any questions about that? I think also at the end of this year, for some reason this message just came in, at the end of this year, I think you guys are getting to a point where you're discussing what you want 2025 to look like. So sometimes when the year end comes through, we talk a lot about New Year's resolutions, changes we want to make. So maybe you guys are creating some type of timeline or plan in December that would communicate what you want the next year to look like together. Yeah, I think that that would be a good time for sure. When are you doing Myrtle Beach again? I Rise, if you're here, I'm ready for you to post your question. I have you down for an in-depth reading. June 13th through the 16th. Yeah, I'm picking up June more specifically because June had a Knight of Swords, which talks about seizing the moment, seizing an opportunity. So you could feel just overcome or overwhelmed with like an urge to ask her to be your girlfriend, that you just like carpe diem the moment. And also with the aces of the aces, the Ace of Swords, that can talk about something happening very immediately. And then for the Two of Cups, it had said June to July. So I think you could speed it up if you wanted to, especially if you feel like you're getting the signals from her. But I think it's very important that you pay attention to like her signals, not just what you hope will happen or what you want to happen, because it's kind of like a thing where if you propose to someone too soon, it doesn't mean they're not eventually going to say yes. They're just not ready right now. But that can hurt your ego because you feel like you got rejected, even though you weren't rejected. Ultimately, you were just rejected right now. So just make sure you don't put yourself in that kind of position if you don't really feel like you're getting the signals from her or not. It may even be good, James, just to get like some advanced cushioning where you could talk to her about how she feels about being in committed relationships, or does she see herself, wanting a relationship anytime soon. Just kind of get like that idea going with her and kind of see her reaction to kind of gauge when would be a good time for you to pop the question. You said, yeah, for sure. Don't want to take the cookies out before they're done baking. Yeah, sometimes they're good that way, but yes, that's a perfect. I love your metaphor or your analogy. It's how I give readings, so I can appreciate that. Ray, thank you so much for the donation. I'm actually in the process of working on I Rise's reading, but I'm giving her another minute or two to check in with her question. If she doesn't come in soon, then I can move on to you and get your reading done and come back to her. But I just want to give her another minute or two. Okay, so if you're hanging out in here for the free reading, we might not be able to do that tonight just because I only have 2 more people to read for. I will still keep that option open, but just a heads up, we might not be able to do a free reading tonight just because it seems a little bit on the slower side. All right, so I Rise, if you're in here, we're checking in with you now. We just need you to post your question. If you're not here, it's okay, but I will move on to the next person and have to come back. Thank you, James. Hey, I Rise. You're good. And Ray, I have you down for a mini reading. So if you want, you can post your question whenever you're ready to. Absolutely. All right. Spirit, what's the energy surrounding I Rise moving to North Carolina? What is the energy? Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. I feel like I'm getting the green light for you, I Rise. That this is a place you're supposed to go or a place you're supposed to be. I have the Eight of Wands, which means something happening very quickly, immediately, or unexpected. I feel like you're going to enjoy it here. You might be able to save more money in North Carolina. I see here with the Four of Pentacles, you being able to put more money into savings or maybe being able to do more with your money. Four of Pentacles talks about you're holding on to your money. So sometimes this can indicate that we're trying really hard to like keep what we have. Is there any reluctancy about moving? Are you unsure? I'm getting a lot of good things for you. I'm getting that this is a great place for you to go. Maybe it's going to be hard to let go of where you're at now or the people there, potentially. I'm also hearing for this relocation, bring what's important to you. You can sell everything else and start over, but whatever is important to you, you've got to hold on to those things. Sentimental things or things that bring you a lot of joy where you're at now. Try to find a way to bring that with you. Well, intuitively, I knew it was coming, but I didn't get to plan. Yeah, because I was like, this is talking about something happening very fast. Eight of Cups. I think there's going to be a sense of feeling like you're abandoning where you're at right now. Because like you said, you didn't have time to really process this before things started happening. I have children, so I do have concerns with not having a plan, but I know I need to have faith. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting here. It's just kind of feeling like you're turning your back on the place that you're at now because you didn't have enough time to really process what's going. Yeah, get in a car and run away. Makes sense. So they're saying take what's sentimental to you, take what's important, but leave everything behind. I'm getting like sell what you need to sell to have some extra cash to bring with you down there. If you have that opportunity, but I'm basically getting like the hold on to what's important, keep the possessions that offer sentimentality to you, and then just go. For some reason I was picking up on the fact that you're not really bringing a lot with you. You're kind of starting over somewhere new. But I see here with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups that this is definitely what you're supposed to be doing. This is where things are going to get better for you. I think that also financially things will be better. Is North Carolina a place that you've been before? Does this offer you comfort or a soft place to land? Is there something happening in North Carolina that would feel like a memory or nostalgic, or are there people there that you know? Like, I'm just getting here with the Six of Cups is like returning to a place that feels familiar, I guess. Or maybe it's going to provide a source of comfort for you to be here. It's going to feel like home when you get there. Everything is starting over, and I do feel like I don't need to take much with me. Yeah, I had a job offer before in 2021, but I turned it down because of I sacrificed it for family. Okay. Yeah, so it's like where things are getting better for you here. Things are going to feel familiar. Six of Cups, when you get to North Carolina, things are going to feel like home. I helped with caregiving for my brother and sacrificed my career. He had cancer. Oh. Well, you know what? You're an amazing person to do something like that. You know, like, not a lot of people give up their dreams and their goals to be selfless, you know, and I'm glad that you're getting the opportunity again. I see, for family only to feel betrayed in the end. So there was like a theme of feeling abandonment, or abandoning where you're at now. And maybe that word is just very strong for you in this reading because maybe you're worried about other people feeling like they're going to be left behind. But I think that you're going to be happier. I feel like you're going to feel like you're coming home. Like this is what you were supposed to be doing all along. And it's like, he died, my parents have died in a sense. Oh, wow. Not physically. I think you're going to feel like you're going to be a better parent as well from this new location. So your kids are coming with you, right? Maybe it's just for the best. And I'm sorry that you're estranged in a way from your family. But maybe this could be a new fresh start for you. The Ten of Cups talks about you feeling aligned, feeling in alignment with your decision. So that makes me feel like you feel like you're where you're supposed to be after the move. But my mom constantly wants to control me, wants me to do certain stuff. Yeah. So that's hard. That's hard. I do feel like with a longer leash or a longer string, they can only control you but so far, or try to control you. I feel like that's a lot of times why people move away from home, because they need some type of feeling of freedom. And I rise, you need to make decisions for yourself now. It's not, you can't always make decisions for other people. You know, you're the one living your life, and ultimately you've sacrificed enough. They want me to go to Texas, and if I don't comply, they retaliate. Wow. I rise. Oh my goodness. I've never had anyone come in here and tell me that before. It's so weird. The longer I'm here, the more tension and closer it gets to the point where I have to go. Yeah, I think you need to take this opportunity as a divine blessing, I rise, and go. And maybe that's why you shouldn't take too much with you, because you don't want to take all that negativity into your new place. So things that remind you of Maryland, don't necessarily hold on to those things. Just take things that are irreplaceable and replace everything else when you get there. I'm also hearing too, move in silence. I rise, move in silence. So maybe don't give anyone else any information on what you're doing. Just make the move, and then you can catch everyone else up after the fact. Or if you're going to tell people, then just do it very last minute when this has already been set in motion. Like, move in silence. You get what I mean? Don't let other people know your plan, especially if you feel like they're going to try to interrupt what you have going on. They just told me yesterday they're going to Africa for 3 weeks and they don't want me or my kids in their house while they're gone. Oh my God. I have to drive my kids to Georgia and they don't want me here as well until they return. Wow. That's, I don't know, that's strange to me, but also very weird and uncomfortable and kind of like, aren't these supposed to be your family? Like, I don't know, it's very, very odd. But yeah, I rise. If you want me to kind of conclude your reading for you, I am getting that this is a divine blessing and you are going to do so much better, maybe even, dare I say, thrive in North Carolina. This is going to be a better place for you. It'll seem calmer, it'll seem more, you'll settle in very nicely. Not to say there isn't going to be an adjustment period, but I think that it's going to be an easier transition than maybe you realize. Like, wow, I have to find a place to stay for 3 weeks. I might as well go. That's what I'm saying. It's like, do they not trust you to be in their house alone? I don't know. It's weird. But you're very welcome, my Rise. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, so we are going to shuffle for Ray. Ray says, I want an update on what's next in my career. I put in a few applications trying to leave my current position. All right, what's next in the career? I Rise, that sounds great. Did you want to do that tonight, or are you just saying in the future you'll donate again? What's next in Ray's career? What's next in Ray's career? All right, so first out I have 5 of Cups and I also have 10 of Cups here. So this indicates to me that you're going from a very like maybe chaotic, destructive type of situation that is bringing you a lot of grief, and you're moving into a new career where you feel more happy and aligned. And that could also be what it is that you're looking for as well. What's next in the career, please? Okay, I Rise. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. You could do a BOGO, I Rise, for 17, and it'll be 2 questions. So, Ray, I see a career opportunity coming to you fast. I have the 8 of Wands here, so this talks about things happening very quickly, movement happening very quickly. And the Queen of Pentacles here, which is a very nurturing type of energy. You're welcome, my Rise. I can't remember, Ray, what you said that you were going to do, but for some reason I'm hearing adjacent, job adjacent. So what that feels like to me is there's some aspect of your current career that you will carry into your next career. So I don't know if you're trying to do the same thing, but in a new place, if you want a complete career overhaul or what that is. But to me, it sounds like there's aspects of your current job that you have, or your current position, that you are going to apply in a new role that you take on. So there could be some similarities there. Let's see. I do feel like there's more money involved because the Queen of Pentacles knows how to maintain and manage their own life as well as their home life, their career, and still make a decent living. What's next in career for Ray? What's next in career? So we have Six of Swords. You're currently in a transitional period. I think that's why Eight of Wands is here, because it's saying that this is going to happen pretty quick. I don't think this is something you're going to... You might have like a lot of experience or credentials, and I feel like it's not going to be super, super difficult or anything for you to find a new career. And Six of Swords talks about how you are overcoming a difficult time, how you're moving into an easier time. So I feel like the next career that you have is going to definitely feel like an improvement. I put in for a promotion as well as a position similar. Awesome. Yeah, because I was seeing more money. So I'm wondering if maybe that comes along with the promotion. We also have the Three of Pentacles here, which means that you're going to get along with people better. There's going to be more collaboration, more teamwork, more people getting along. So maybe not dealing with like pettiness or immaturity here. Ten of Pentacles also indicates to me, as your last reading, I also have the World here, that you're going to feel a lot of inspiration here. This next career might actually be the job that you retire from, or this next career, this next position is allowing for you to set yourself up for retirement. So either you retire from this job or you are able to tuck some money away for a 401k, set yourself up better for future plans. And then the World here just indicates accomplishment and achievement. I don't think this is going to be very difficult for you to attain a new career. I don't feel like you're going to be waiting around for forever to try to switch this position. I think that you're going to get more alignment. You're going to get along better with maybe the people that are in your like group, the people that you associate with daily. It feels like there's a little bit more air to breathe. And I do feel like there is an increase in pay that comes along with this new position. Ray, let me know if you have any questions. Will you get the specialist position? Will Ray get the specialist position with RJ? I am getting a yes for you, Ray. I have the Ace of Cups. Oh, I just cut the deck and also saw the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like this is an offer you're going to get. I do hope I'm right, especially because it sounds like you really want it. I double checked too. I did a confirmation with the pendulum and I also got a yes for that one. Yep, Ray, that sounds great. Definitely give me an update. All right, I Rise is here. I Rise, I think you might be my last reading of the night. I'm gonna do a last call. I didn't realize it was 9:30. I gotta get dinner going. So this is for everyone that's just joining us. I'm doing a last call for donations if anybody wants to get in before I get off of here. So Ira says, can you please tell me what my parents' hidden intentions are? What are Irise's parents' hidden intentions? All right, so there's an aspect of them, Irise, that you're a parent. You know what it's like. You want your kids to do better, have better. Every generation should want their child to have a better life than them, to want better for them, to want an easier life for them. I feel like that's generally a pretty common thing to want. I feel like there are some parents out there that don't know how to let that happen. I feel like some parents live through their children, and so they put a lot of pressure on their kids to live up to certain things that they weren't able to. And then I feel like there's also the other side of that where their parents could be jealous, that they're jealous of the hands that they were dealt, that they didn't get, and they don't want their child to have better or more or whatever because they're jealous of that. So I feel like you are here in a sense to break the mold. And I feel like, unfortunately, your parents can get very jealous of you. They get jealous of you. They get jealous of other people when it comes to you. I feel like they are unable to change, evolve, or grow. And I think that you sometimes can reflect in them the things that they need to change, that they refuse to see in themselves. And then they feel paralyzed because they're not ready to do that. They don't want to do that. And in return, they can feel jealous of you when they see you growing and changing and evolving. And so there is this animosity underlying the foundation of your relationship with one another through feelings of envy, through feelings of jealousy. It's like they want to keep you low. They want to keep you down. If they don't want to do something, for example, there might have been issues there between your brother and them and you, and the effort that you're extending forth versus what the effort that they're extending. It seems like there's just like this very, animosity. That's the word that they keep showing me. It's like there's this struggle between you guys right now that feels very, negative, and it shouldn't be that way. That shouldn't be the case, because here's the thing: they get to go off and do things that they want to do. It's almost like wow, I'm getting like Cinderella, evil stepchild, or not evil stepchild, like basically the one that's just like, oh well, if we want to go do these things, then you need to figure yourself out. It's like they treat you like you're not family. Like they treat you like you are just this forgotten thing. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's reminding me of Cinderella. It's reminding me of like, right, so you don't get appreciated, you don't get someone doting on you the way that parents should. And it's like, well, if we want to go do something, then that's fine. I Rise can be the one that sacrifices. Black sheep, brothers, or golden children. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm getting like Cinderella complex for some reason. So like, in Cinderella, like this two stepsisters, they got to like go do all the things, and then it's like the redheaded stepchild, right? Like that's the expression. which probably isn't PC anymore, but like that's the vibe. It's just like you get stuck with all the things that they don't want to do, and they basically like celebrate maybe your brothers, their other children. So it's probably a very frustrating dynamic, especially because you're sitting here going, I'm making sacrifices, but shouldn't you be doing those things, especially if these are your golden children? Why then is it my responsibility to take care of everything? I was actually separated from them for the first 10 years of my life. My grandma and your grandma had you. So there's something there, I rise, definitely. I don't know if they feel like they were. It's like, that's what it is. It makes me feel like they treat you like a burden. Like, instead of something to be praised and doted on and adored, it's like you're just this thing that I guess is just, I don't know. I don't know if you feel unwanted. I don't know if, yeah, so that's the thing, is it's like it's not fair for you to be raised as a burden. That for you can cause a lot of issues, like traumatically, to have to understand who you are. If no one else is building you up and giving you that confidence, you have to do that for yourself. And think of all the hard lessons you probably have to learn because of that dynamic. You said they try and discard me and my children or everything. I don't know what it is about you specifically, but I'm strongly getting like, I feel like they feel like you've been a burden to them. You've made life more complicated for them, even though maybe that's not the truth. This is their perception, and therefore they don't want to make anything easy on you. If something comes your way that's good, they get jealous of it. Instead of celebrating you being so happy for you, they are jealous of it. It's essentially like they don't want you to do better than them. It's weird. It's weird, I rise. I swear to God, it's so weird, and I almost feel like there's more to this that needs to be like dug up. But for your sake and your mental sanity, maybe you just kind of leave it alone. As far as hidden intentions, let's pull a couple cards on that. What are the hidden intentions here that they have? It's so deep, yeah. What are their hidden intentions? Do they ever, I rise, this is kind of a random message, but do they ever give you like their God complex? Like everything they do for you, you need to be appreciative of. Like they make it clear to you that it's almost like this power trip that they try to have and hang over your head, that like, be grateful for the things that we have done for you. It's all conditional. Yeah. It's actually kind of wild too that it's both of them. I see her here as the Empress, like the mother figure of maybe using the negative side of the Empress to hold power versus love. It's like the negative side of a mother. What are their intentions? What are their intentions here? What are their hidden intentions? See, I think the thing is, the main thing is they want to make you feel guilty for enjoying your life. They want to make you feel guilty for literally anything that they do for you, anything that you do for yourself. Their intentions is that it's very difficult for them to ever be really, truly, like you said, unconditionally happy for you and want the best for you. And I feel like they want to use you when it's convenient. If they need you to make sacrifices for the family, that's your responsibility, and they put that pressure on you. But they don't do anything to make you feel like you're appreciated. So it's kind of like a conditional, yeah, conditional, you said it's conditional. It's like a matter of convenience, right? So it's like, if you in my life are making my life easier, then I'll let you be around me. If you helping out your brother or whatever, or helping us out, then I'll let you stay here, or I'll let you be here. But if it's a matter of convenience, so I don't think they have any intentions on changing either. Um, let's see. I'm not necessarily getting that there are specifically hidden intentions, I rise. There is the moon here, which can talk about like hidden secret, illusion, misconception, past conditioning affecting present behavior, things not being what they seem. The main message here is that you can't trust them, unfortunately, but I think what you already know is what it is. I don't think that there's anything necessarily hidden here that you aren't privy to or aware of. And I think that you know deep down that this, you need to create distance with them. You've done enough, you've sacrificed enough. But if you want to know, like, are they planning something? If they are trying to, like, I mean, maybe an intention would be that they're trying to sabotage you. Like, that could be an intention. But I don't know if there's anything additional than what you already know. Yeah. But they could work together to sabotage you, to try to make your life harder, which is such a horrible thing to say. And I'm really sorry that I'm even giving this reading, because that's just awful. You know what I would love for you? I would love for you to be in a relationship with someone whose parents are the complete opposite, who accept you, embrace you, welcome you, love you to pieces, and make you really feel what it's like to have parents that are supposed to actually care and adore you. And like, I just hope that you can find that healing in other people, because clearly it's not going to be here for you with your parents. They make it so hard for me to get back on my feet. They don't appreciate the sacrifices I made, so now I'm choosing myself. Exactly. And the thing is that it's like I said, it's a matter of convenience. If you're doing things to sacrifice that makes their life easier, then they're like, okay, you can hang around. But if you're making their life neutral or more complicated, then like you said, it's all conditional. It's very upsetting. Is your grandma still around? Are you able to have contact with her at all? Or I'm thinking, but I'm hoping you had a better relationship with her maybe. Yes, I've always wanted that. I'm so appreciative when I meet people that are that way. Yeah. Whew, that's a lot. But yeah, the main thing is that you may not know that they're going to do what they can to sabotage things for you and make your life more complicated. The main thing that I'm getting, though, is that there's a lot of what they do that you already know about. So just create some distance is the main thing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, move in silence. Don't show your cards. Just make the move and then sort it all out after the fact. It just sounds very one-sided, very emotionally abusive. And I don't care if it's your child, your parents, your partner, your friend. I really don't care who it is to you, your employer. That's unacceptable behavior, and no one should have to subject themselves to that kind of cruelty. They have been playing like my brother left. They have been playing like my brother left a house for me in Texas, but my heart tells me he left me nothing. I wasn't expecting anything, but it came to light after he passed away. So you would want to communicate with a, oh my God, what is it called? The person who gives the will information. It's like a specific, the executor. You'd want to speak to the executor of a will, and get the information for yourself before you even go down that rabbit hole. Because if you can't trust them, I wouldn't even like entertain that, especially if you know that they can be malicious. Interesting. Well, if you're going to communicate with your parents, I would say, I would ask them for the information on the executor of the will. That's what I would say. I would say I want to speak to that person directly. Yes, they want me to support my other brother while he deploys in September. I refuse. I mean, here's the thing. You've always had to take care of yourself. Did you post your second question? I don't know if I'm missing it or not. But you've always had to take care of yourself. And if the brothers are the golden children, then they can take care of that themselves. It's not your responsibility. My other question is regarding my oldest daughter. My mother is asking to take her to Richmond with her. Okay. My daughter said she wants to go, but I want to know the energy surrounding it. Okay. What is the energy surrounding this trip to Richmond? What is the energy surrounding this trip to Richmond? Because I don't trust their intentions, but honestly, my older daughter is a lot like her. So I saw the Empress coming through earlier. Is your main problem with your mom? Like, I'm sure your dad goes along with it, but like, is your main feelings that are not positive, are those negative feelings geared more directly to your mom? Because I saw the Empress come through, so just out of curiosity for me as a reader, I wanted to know why your dad wasn't showing up as much as your mom. I'm seeing here restriction, feeling victimized. So I rise. My advice is to limit the amount of time that your children spend with them. I kind of see with the Eight of Swords, there could be some type of like poisoning the well. Do you know what I mean? I feel like your mom could try to poison your daughter against you a bit, but not in a very obvious way, just making comments here and there. And I feel like if your parents don't honor a healthy relationship with you, it's not constructive to allow them to spend time with your children either. So I don't trust this energy, and I do not trust the idea of letting them spend time together, especially because there's already disrespect towards you. What's the point? And I think limiting their time together is in your best interest as well as your child's. You said it used to be my father. We used to physically fight, but now my mom has really taken her mask off and she's leading the issues. Wow. He used to physically fight. Oh my gosh. Yes, they're adding them to the confusion and the manipulation. So that's like my main message here. And if you have a follow up, I'm happy to pull on that. But the main thing is to limit their time together. They do not deserve access to your children if they're not going to treat you with dignity and respect. That's my personal opinion. And then in addition to that, you don't want them to like poison her or your children, period, against you. And I think this would be very intelligent poisoning. Like, I think that it would not be a very obvious thing that she's doing, but I think she would be making comments here and there, like just snide, offhand remarks, just maybe not saying the most polite things about you, backhanded compliments kind of vibe, and enough of time spent together and your children are very impressionable still, they might start to feed into that. And that's the other thing too, is that if they're giving them things that kids, the language to children is spend time with me and give me presents. So it's very easy to manipulate kids if they're being given gifts or money. It's very easy to manipulate them because it's very appealing to kids who don't have money to have it all of a sudden. A lot of times gifts and money is used as forms of control. We see that in our world. We see that in our economy. The currency or the energy of the world is money. It's used to dominate and control, and it can also be used to dominate and control on a microscopic level. So be very careful about them flaunting that kind of thing in front of them because your kids are still very impressionable. You said we all live together at this time, but it's time to go. They've been buying them and promising them stuff. She's an Aquarius. My mom is very calculated. Yep, calculated is a term that I heard. Yes, they have already in a way. They've been watching them while I'm at work and I don't feel comfortable. I think that would be a great segue to basically tell your parents that if they're not going to treat you with dignity and respect and care for you, then they don't have any reason to need access to your children, because your children are an extension of you. And yeah, it's almost like I rise, like they want, maybe that's their intention, they just want to turn everyone against you. I don't know what their problem is. I think it would take a deep dive and a psychologist to try to understand and unravel that load of crap, but clearly they have some issues and they're trying to turn everyone away or against you, and that's fucked up for a lack of better words. Your children are yours, your children are an extension of you and who you are, and the things that are probably the people that are probably the most precious to you on this planet, do not allow them to spend a lot of time with your parents. I'm standing on my square, I guess. It's very sick psychologically. It is. It's confusing too. It's a lot to unpack there for sure. Thank you so much. They definitely are doing just that, family member by a family member. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Don't let them get to your kids, And you already know this. This isn't anything I'm telling you that's like extraordinary. I think this is something you already know. But yeah, that's what I've got, iRise. I'm wishing you a lot of luck on your trip to North Carolina. I hope that it's smooth and safe travels. Definitely keep me posted on how all that goes for you. And you're very welcome. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. You're welcome, iRise. Have a good night.